Got a great guest in studio now, diving on deep to a wonderful conversation with the Port of Shelton, Wendy Smith. Good morning,
Wendy.
How you doing?
Good.
Good to see
I feel
you.
like we're strangers.
I know. It's been a little while.
It's been like a month.
And there's been a lot that's happened up on port property in the time since we last talked.
sure,
How have things been going on there? The most big recent event was that Highway 101 wine mixer on Saturday up at Sanderson Field there, and I was there for the concert throughout most of the day, all the day there, and so it was a wonderful time had by all. Vicky had a great time.
Oh, it was wonderful. I did the camping thing, stayed the night out there. It was awesome.
Good.
And so then the next day, everybody woke up, it seems like, and they all got to work cleaning up. Is that what you saw, Vicky?
They started cleaning up, tearing down, and everyone in the camp area kept it all clean.
Very
You know,
cool.
had their own trash bags or whatever. They did have some dumpsters, so everyone took it all.
Is that what you're
You know,
hearing
took
too?
care of
Can
it.
you corroborate that story?
I
from
can.
Vicky?
We have a pretty stringent standard out there. So when groups come in, you know, that's one of our big things is come Monday at least. If not, we get out there early Tuesday. The maintenance crew goes out, you know, check on things and
Sure.
what needs to happen. And words of Al, our maintenance manager, was that this was the cleanest of any group that's ever been on the inactive
Holy
runway.
wow.
And we're
See?
talking large
That's
groups.
great.
Sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have weekend groups, but
Yeah.
of the big events, he said it was amazing. Yeah,
Wow.
unbelievable.
Great.
No, you know,
Very,
there just
everyone
wasn't-
was very respectful of
Yeah,
it.
I would say
it was
so.
fantastic.
I would say so.
So that's a good thing.
Well,
so,
it was a great layout and setup for a major concert and venue like we've seen for Oysterfest and the other big festivals and things that come through there. So it was a pretty cool deal and another good feather in the cap for the Port of Shelton. I think everything
Absolutely.
looked really good there. What else is going on these days?
Well, I was just going to mention one other thing about that particular event. I did
Yeah.
have a couple people, you know, just randomly stop and say, "Now, what is going on?"
Sure.
I think the name itself was a little different than, you know. So I said, "Oh, it's a concert. You know, we'll see how it goes." But yeah, I think overall, everything was really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
you know,
not
so-
sure why it was called wine mixer.
Yeah.
Well,
I
because
know
it was
there was-
hot. You had to mix the wine with ice, maybe. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
It's
right.
1,000 degrees out there on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Who would have thought?
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very
so
fun.
yeah, other than that, you know, we're just, you know, really watching over and making sure the fire danger.
Yeah, what are some of the things that the port is able to do? There's a ton of grassland on port property,
Yeah.
but then also I've seen you guys have been able to help out with some of the helicopters come in, fill up the tenders, stuff like that.
Yep. So that most recent fire, you know, out kind of Brockdale area, the helicopter was using not actually the runway itself, but just grass fields, and they were fueling there.
Oh, cool.
And then they were heading, you know, and filling up the tender to put the fire out. So that was a great, you know, it's just always fun to see, and always,
Sure.
I mean, it's not fun to see, but you know, it's kind of an active. It also allows the airport to keep operational. So Kapowson had jumpers, you know, there was various events going on, planes flying, and so it allows that without, you know, interfering with their operations.
Yeah, we saw a lot of
So-
the hang gliders during the mixer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
parachute
skydiving.
folks.
The
Yeah,
parachute,
yep,
they
yep.
were coming down, and
pretty
I
cool.
think at one point we counted like 14 came out with one plane, and they were just, it was just gorgeous.
It is
It was
cool.
so
It's so
cool.
fun to
That's
watch.
basically from the first flight to the last flight. That's
Yes.
how that's happened.
Yes.
Kapowson
They
does,
just go. They try to get as
heck of a
many
business.
flights as they can. you
They
know, and-
did, yeah, it was
so,
fun.
and it's fun to watch. Beyond that, you know, our crews they've actually been working early shifts.
Yeah.
To, you know, not just, you just can't mow. I mean, it's
No.
just a fire danger to get out there and mow in this, and you know, any spark can just, you know, travel so far. So just really careful, really. You know, watching all areas. We had a small fire up by our water tower, it sounds like, when, you know, off hours. And that was a couple days ago. But we haven't, you know, knock on wood, but we haven't had anything major. But yeah, it's pretty scary.
good.
Pretty
Yeah, it
scary
was kind of
times.
dry out there, the grass where we were
Oh,
camping
Yeah,
and stuff. It was dry.
everything's yeah, and even, you know, it was a rainy year, but even then we started dry. I think it just
Yeah.
seems drier than it normally does at this time
It
of year.
really
So,
does.
so yeah, one of the things with that event is we just said no fires.
Yeah.
And, typically like Oyster Fest, we allow, fires but that's
Yeah.
October
Yeah, it's totally
versus,
different.
Right.
but we're kind of feeling that out. A lot of the campgrounds you go and visit, they don't have, either open flame or they just have propane fire pits. And
Yeah.
we're kind of feeling that out because that would just be devastating.
Oh, gosh,
Yeah.
yes.
So beyond that, again, just great kudos to our maintenance crew. We have a temporary maintenance help on hand too that started with us mid-June, and they just built another finger float down for the marina. We had one that was
Oh,
failing,
cool.
and so they just installed that. Yeah,
Very
so
nice.
Just regular maintenance work going on all the time. So,
Very cool.
Yeah.
Has anything continued to move? We hadn't talked about this beforehand, but that Eagle Point property and how the old used to be port property and kind of
Yeah.
went over to the city of
Yeah.
Shelton. And is that still ongoing, or how are we?
That was going to be donated to Capital Land Trust
Okay.
from the city, and I'm just trying to think back. That was so long ago that we sold. I'm not sure if that donation has actually happened, but that's all in the works.
Okay.
That was all a part of that.
Yeah.
Is to keep that going.
For
So,
sure.
Yeah. So.
And still, folks go out to the marina and have lunch out there.
Yep,
or-
absolutely. They can. Whether they do or not, I don't know. But
Yeah, well, you should, because it's a beautiful
It's
spot.
Absolutely.
beautiful spot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gorgeous
Yeah.
over there.
Take a sack lunch out there
Yep.
and enjoy it, and then
There's
work
picnic tables on the pier.
And I
so-
love seeing that when coming in and leaving when I'm going home.
Yeah,
It's so
it's
nice
beautiful.
over there. It really
It is.
is.
And then Johns Prairie area still working hard,
Yep,
and you
yep.
continue
So
on.
the northernmost site that was curb funded, the walls are going on that building, and
Cool.
so it's almost finished. I think they're due to be done like third week of August, something like that.
Oh, good.
And so I've been working with EDC, and we're going to market that property pretty hard to, some great business that'll come in and bring lots of jobs.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
And you guys are
so-
flirting right around with 800 jobs on port property.
Yeah,
is that right?
I want to say we're over 9
Oh,
now.
wow, that's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're pushing over 9, and that's counting seasonal.
Sure.
So that's not
Yeah.
counting year round fully. But I would imagine we've hit that 900.
That's
Awesome.
great.
That's a major employer
It is.
here in
Yeah,
our community.
for sure.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Wendy Smith from the Port of Shelton helping us out with some great information to pass along, and good to have that back report there on the mixer. That was a fun event.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good
yes.
to know that
Totally.
Yeah, it's
everybody
great.
behaved themselves.
Everyone
and
had
cleaned
fun.
up afterwards.
Yeah,
Yep.
good.